Well, thank you, Tom, and thanks, Gene, for the hospitality here, and thanks to all of you from the press and the media for being with us today. We're here to announce a call to label country of origin on fuels for the United States of America. We talk a lot about energy independence in this country. We've been doing it for years and years. I started hearing about it when I was teaching economics at West Point 36 years ago. We've done policy studies on it. We put tax measures in. We label legislation. But what we've never done is really give the American consumer a chance to vote on the importance of energy independence for America. And the American consumer is one of the most powerful forces in all the world economy. 70% of the American economy is the American consumer, and the American consumer makes or breaks economic recoveries. And here we are with one of the critical policy issues facing us in America. That's our choice for the future on energy. We are dependent on foreign energy sources. We switched from being an oil exporter to being an oil importer in the late 60s. By 1973, people were starting to be concerned. I remember driving into Washington, D.C. in 73 when I was a captain taking a summer job at the Pentagon and having to wait in long lines to fill up my tank with gasoline. Suddenly, gasoline had gone from 28 cents a gallon to $1 a gallon, and people were hoarding. You never let your tank get below 3/4 full because you never knew which station was going to run out. We talked then in the 1970s about the importance of energy independence. And then we got complacent, and we didn't follow through with the legislation. And now it's 2009. In 1973, we thought someday maybe if we're not self-sufficient in oil and energy, we might actually have to use military forces to go over to the Middle East or something and secure the oil for us. When that idea first came out in the early and mid-70s, people said, "Oh no, God, no. We've been to Vietnam. This could never happen. We would never. Why would you fight for oil? You buy it in the marketplace." Now, today, that idea sounds naive and laughable. I mean, we fought the first Gulf War, and our Secretary of State at the time was honest enough to admit it was about oil. We did pretty well in that one. Mostly we got the foreigners to pay for it. Some people said we even made a little money out of it. We only lost a couple of hundred American killed, and we got our troops out of there. But we've been in Iraq for over 6 years. We've been in Afghanistan for going on 8 years. The tolls, over $800 billion, over 4,000 American lives, and no end in sight, especially in Afghanistan. And you can't believe that doesn't have something to do with America's addiction to foreign oil. So we realized that one of the keys to success for this country's energy policy is to let the American people have a choice. And you can't make a choice if you don't have information on which to make that choice. We've done this in banking. We've done this in agriculture. We've done this in automotive. We've done this in manufacturing of clothing. And there's no reason we can't do it in fuel. And if we will give the American people a chance to look at where their fuel comes from and consider that we spent about $7 trillion on imported fuel in the last 35 years in America. Give the American people a chance to think about what that means in terms of jobs, in terms of national security, in terms of the environment. There are alternatives. And of course we're here at this farm show, and the people here know about those alternatives, because what we've got in ethanol is a domestic, homegrown fuel that's 100% American. We invented it, we're using it, and it's there for our people. We just have to let them make a choice. So we're out here announcing our initiative to get legislation in place for country of origin labeling for fuel. And with that,